Hello, good afternoon, everyone. This is Baha Pips, and today is Monday, September 25th, 2023, 1:50 p.m. Eastern China time. And today I'm going to be doing a weekly technical breakdown. I have not done one of these in a while, so I'm just going to be nice and try to keep it under 30 minutes. I'm going to break down the markets, what I'm looking for, what's on my watch list, and pretty much gonna organize my entries. I'm a little bit late to my entry. Usually I like to take it around 10 o'clock, and it's currently 1:50 p.m. So just a little bit behind. I do see that we have some Fed speeches today, but you know, that's just gonna affect my day trading. So I'm probably gonna be looking for a little bit lower targets, but it's still tradable. For the week ahead, I usually look at the next 7 days just so I can see if there's any pretty much if there's any interest rates, which don't have to worry about that happened last week, or if there's any central bank meetings in the major currencies. So this is nothing so far. The next couple days, at least want to see a couple free days before I take a swing trade. Yeah, everything looks pretty solid for the next few days. I like to see this, no central bank meetings, nothing to really manipulate price because it's not like the markets actually purposely do it. It's just a natural event because of the shock wave sent through the markets. Just general natural reactions for investors and traders. Usually, when there's a big announcement, nobody wants to put their money in until after the announcement. So, what you would normally see with the ebb and flow of the markets is that um, there's traders and investors that have money locked in and they take it out of a currency or out of a stock until after the announcements because that's a smart way to invest. If it's positive, then they put more money in. If it's negative, you see money coming out. So that's just economics. I'm gonna go to one more economic calendar just to validate everything that I see on this one. So yes, I'm on Forex Factory and I'm gonna do the same thing. Look at the next 7 day outlook. Um, I don't really care about the speeches unless I'm day trading. It just kind of gives me an indication to go for a lot smaller targets. These type of days can be a little bit low movement and mixed. Uh, Bank holiday in China, it's not a major currency, so it's not really affecting. And yeah, it's pretty much what I do. Bank holiday in Australia, that's next week Monday. So there's nothing I have to be concerned about. And yeah, I like to see that. CAD, there's a major holiday, so that's going to be next Monday. Let's see what that says. Service National Day of Truth. Don't really care, but it's a bank holiday, so I probably won't be trading that day because CAD is a major. London session begins in about an hour, 6 minutes. Currently, Sydney Tokyo overlap, so I should definitely look for some trades before German session. If something already took off, I have to just account for that. One more thing, I want to do a scanner just so I can see the stocks. It's just a little bit easier for me to look at a scanner instead of scanning it myself. That's just a little shortcut that I'm doing. If you look at my previous videos, you'll notice that I actually do the scanning manually and I'm looking at like 20, 30 different pairs and it takes like 40 minutes. So I'm gonna cut that part out of my routine. I learned how to do a lot more efficient now, and that's using the help of a scanner. So just a moment while I switch over to it. So here I have a Forex screener, and pretty much I like this because I can see basically the overall sentiment of the market. To the left. Okay, so yeah, I can see the overall sentiment of the market, and this kind of helps me in seeing just the overview performance. So I'm gonna just click on overview. I can see strong sell, strong buy, just different things going on, and I can validate. I want to see performance. The numbers don't really matter to me. Like I said, I look at technicals. You have oscillators, trend funnels. So there we go. So right now, I'm going to just look at the overview, and yeah, we could just look at different pairs. I wanted to see. Just mess around with this most volatile. So we have AUDJPY. There's a buy, some strong sells, strong buy. I want to look at a major. USD CHF is in a strong buy. So there's a couple things I'm gonna look at. Strong sell, AUDNZD, USD CAD neutral. I don't really want to trade the neutral pairs. So pretty much the GBP USD is in a sell, but it's not a strong sell. So I'm going to take a look at GBP USD, and I'm also going to take a look at one of the strong ones, such as AUDUSD, and I'm going to compare those two right now. Okay, so here I have my MT4, and I'm going to scroll over so we can see just what we're looking at this. Okay, AUDUSD and GBP USD specifically. GU was a strong sell. I do agree it looks bearish, but the wave sizes have gotten weaker, and I'm just a little concerned. So this was not a strong sell, but it is a sell. I'm going to open up the AUDUSD now. So I'm going to type this in right here, AUDUSD. You can see the Australian dollar. Add that to my watch list, open up the chart window, and yes, okay, so here we're currently looking at it. Oh, beautiful. And it's actually bearish. I actually did miss out on this move on the last 4-hour bar. That's why I said I like to get in the trade a little bit sooner, but it's totally fine because it looks like it just confirmed and validated that sell. So in order to make up for this, what I'm going to have to do, I'm taking a live trade in front of y'all, is I'm going to make up for that stop loss. So ideally, I would like to have my stop loss just about 6 pips above this high. So about 26 pips is where I'm going to put my hard stop. So you can see it's going to be at 0.6614. And I'm going to just do this right now in front of y'all so you can see how I actually actively get live into the session. So, you know, not 0.9. Let's do point. This is just a sample. Like I said, I'm not really, how would I put this? This is just, no, I wouldn't want to say it's a sample, but it's like, I have other accounts from which I'm going to like, fix everything. Hold up just a minute. So I have multiple accounts, and this is just one of them. I don't want to show like everything in front of y'all, all my personal business. So that's between me and me. I just like to keep that discreet. So I'll show y'all one account with one account. So I just to keep everything neutral. Y'all will not be seeing any large numbers in these videos just because I want it to be strictly educational. This is 95 bucks. This is a little bit too large. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce the stop size because I like to keep this specific account. I like to keep the risk low. So it was 0.3 and the volume instead is going to be 0. Let's do 0.15 just because. So as you can see right now, I'm going to adjust this so I can have my ideal risk, and this is what you should all be doing when you're looking for the proper risk. Don't just take a trade because it has a high chance of something working out. You still want to take proper risk. This is 47, still a little bit too big. As you can see, everything that I'm doing is going to make sense in just a moment. 0.1. I think this is ideal for my type of trading. As you can see, it doesn't take long for me to validate the pattern setups and everything. This would be a nice trend continuation sell if the lows are triggered in the next couple of minutes. This is a 5-minute bar. So yeah, everything that I did mention, I am following through with. This I need it to be 6 pips, so 27 pips about give or take. So this is what my risk is going to be. And I'm comfortable with this. When I do put the crosshair, Control Y, you can see that at the start of the day, it was bearish. I'm just following through with the price action. I'll put my crosshair for y'all to see. Price action has said it's been dropping. So we were in a range earlier in the day. We've seen some acceleration coming out of Asia. And we actually started dropping coming out of Asia. So this was 450. This was about 4 hours ago. And this was about 10 p.m. Ideally, this is where you would like to see a possible continuation. So I should have had a sell around this region right here. But because I'm a little bit late to my entry, I'm going to wait for the next entry. And I'm still going to use a hard stop as if it was up here. So ideally, I would like to have 17 pips, but because I'm a little bit late, I'm just going to wait. I could have a market order, but I like to have validation and confirmation. So for me, I just gonna leave it right there. Um, and yeah, this is a setup, and this is pretty much. I don't need to scan the rest of the markets. Like I used to be like, oh, is NZD USD looking good? But because I have a Forex screener, look at this. This looks like all the XXX USD pairs are going to go down, it looks like, because of interest rates last week. And we have a clear week this week. There's a lot of fundamental reasons why. But technically speaking, this could actually be like, taken slower before it actually moves. Or it could just be a, how would I put it, unfavorable pattern. So I don't want to just guess. And for me, yes, this also looks like it's going to be pretty bearish. But I don't like this setup. I don't like this pattern. And because of that, let's take a look at the 5-minute, which is my trigger time frame. Because I don't like the specific setup. Yes, we can still hook for shorts, but I like to find the one with the strongest pattern, and that's AUDUSD right now. So this is my technical breakdown. Now I'm going to do the target so y'all can see. So because I'm a little bit late to this, anywhere where price is currently sitting at would have been more of an ideal place to get in. Honestly, up here during this 4-hour bar, which is about 4 hours ago, that was the perfect time to get in. But I'm a little late. It's totally fine. I can make up for that. But let's just see. Okay. If this stop loss, this will be the entry. This stop loss is about 23 pips. I'm looking for at least 2 to 1. So 47 will be TP1. And I like this. I think it'll go down 70 pips. I think it'll go down at least 67, 70. This could happen in a day, maybe 2. So 0.638. Let's put 0.638 on the bar. Now I'm going to do the same thing on my other accounts because just because it's a bigger or smaller size account doesn't mean you trade it any differently. Every number is traded differently. And when you start trading for funded capital or your own, you're going to realize that everything has to be kind of traded similarly the same. You don't want to just, how would I say, you just want to be as fair as possible. So this is 34 pips. I like to go for at least 3R. So if I'm risking 27, unfortunately, I like to go for like 90, 70 to 90. So ideally, I would like this type of target. This would be 3R. So I have to reassess my trade just to see if this is actually where I want to take the sell. I look over here, 23. 50 pips is down here. I'm just a little bit late by 1R. So I have to go for 2R, unfortunately. So 60 pips is about 3R right here. So I can't really go too far outside of this range because this is just my rules, and you have to follow your rules. So unfortunately, because I'm a little bit late to the trade, I won't get as much profits from it, but it's totally fine because, this is just one of the series of many trades that's going to happen. And just some little tips if you want to take some notes from me. You have to follow your rules regardless. Whatever your system rules are, you have to listen to it and follow it. And, me personally, I would like to go for more, but my rules are telling me that I have to get out around here. It could bounce from here. You guys can't see my mouse, so I'll show the cross here. Price could hit my entry and it could bounce from here, which is 58 pips. It's a good amount. It's average ATR on this pair is like 60 per day. So this should take about a day, if not 2 days, with good momentum. And if it does start to stall out, I can use my trailing stop to get out. So if I were already in this trade, I would already have a trailing stop deployed and I would be risk-free at this point. But because I'm a little bit late, I had a late start to my day and I completely forgot. Sometimes that happens. It's my own personal performance issue. It's nothing to do with the markets. Beautiful pattern setup. What triggered me in, I'm gonna post this on my TradingView, and I'm gonna put the TradingView link in the description box below as well. And I will post this on my website for the new blog that I post. But as you can see, there was a strong bearish momentum coming into this. So I already knew that we were very bearish. It dropped 125 pips from resistance. You can see monthly highs is right around 0.65229. So it had an uptrend. The bulls were really weak. As you can see, there was a lot of whipsaws happening. And there was a period of acceleration followed by a stronger push down, which changed it. It shifted the sentiment of the market back to sellers. This was interest rates, as you can see, the 21st. It was a crazy week, 20 and 21st. So now we are 5 days later, and buyers, they did try to bring it on up, but what failed to happen was the RB. There was a little minor RB that happened from, I'm gonna just do a new cross here for y'all. There's a minor RB that happened right here on the 21st at 12 o'clock. We have price shift back up into this older trend. There was a corrective wave that was weak, and then the impulsive wave came and made it a valid RB from right here. So RB actually happened at 8 o'clock on the 22nd. Stop loss would have been 33 pips. And you probably go for like 60. Let's see how high it went. It went up 1 hour before it started coming back. So this trade would have been invalidated. Unfortunately, nothing is guaranteed in the markets. And a trailing stop would have been hit for me at break even. And that would have signaled that the market's either turning or we're going to be in a sideways period for some time. So after that, market actually did start to shift back to the downside. And because we didn't have a major swing high taken out, this downtrend is still valid. So for me, I actually started looking back towards the downside for a nice entry, and I did get a nice, I call this a RT. It came back down into, it's confirming with the previous preceding impulsive wave. Corrective wave ended as soon as this bar got triggered out. And after that, we had a little pullback and basically just confirmation. Everything kind of just happened at once. And for me, to me, it's valid. I call this a TC variation. So obviously, 2 to 1, you got 25 pip stop loss. You're going to go for a 50 to 75 pip target originally. If you have some, I call these magnet levels, meaning that there's some buyers that are going to be weak at this point. We can trigger their stops, and that's kind of what the market kind of goes towards, these magnet areas all the time, 9 times out of 10. So for example, if you were buying it from here, there's some stops right here, and then there's stops over here, which are magnet levels. More than likely, if price was already surging up powerfully, you see that it hits the magnets, this triggers these stops, and it sends a chain reaction to even these highs. It goes up as high as it wants pretty much until someone steps in and it hits a supply area, and that's kind of what you see right here. Price started going on down, hit the supply area, and yeah, that's pretty much it. What else? I could trail my entry a little bit tighter, depending on what I see. Right now, I do see an opportunity for me to get in a little bit earlier. So what I'll be doing along the way, since price is not at my entry yet, is the benefit of waiting is that as long as these swing highs are respected, I'm going to mark it off right here, and I'm going to do it on my TradingView as well. As long as these swing highs of 0.64295 is respected, then I'm going to look for an earlier entry as long as price. I just need to see price come back down. So if it keeps on rising in the corrective wave, I'm going to look for a low of the lower bar of the corrective wave to be taken out. That will be my new entry. So that's the benefit of being patient. Same hard stop. Fortunately, I'm not going to move it for the day. I'll probably move it after London session or like before US Open when volatility kicks in for the second time of the day. But other than that, this is my breakdown. I did it in front of y'all. I started from the news, went to the screener, and got all the way to the charts. Step 1, 2, 3. Follow my patterns, follow my technicals, beautifully set up. I agreed with it immediately. I did it. It didn't take me that long to find a trade. You can see that once you have your system down, your trading plan, a robust trading plan. I wrote an article on robust trading plans. I'm actually going to go to it right now. So this is my article. I typed up yesterday on a robust trading process. As you can see, pretty much a robust trading process chart from the week. So I just wrote this. If you didn't get a chance to check it out, there's a lot of detail in it, some notes, and very transparent. This is just my chart from the past week, how I could improve it, and the mistakes I've made, along with trades that I missed. Because believe it or not, I'm not greedy, but I like to see where more profit could have been taken or where I could have had better entries, because that's how you improve your performance over time. So yeah, I talk about a robust trading process. Basically, what process is finding the right setups, adding pairs to the right setups to your watch, just like I just did, keeping track of those setups. I did all this in front of you, your entry methods, your risk management, including context, pattern, trigger, stop loss, hard stop, all in front of you in this video. Your position sizing, I did it multiple times. I deleted a trade because it was not the right position size until I got the ideal position size for that account. Reviewing your trades, fine tuning your approach by finding mistakes made and ways to avoid them. I pretty much can't get to that point until my trade gets triggered. When not to trade, I kind of showed y'all on NZD USD where I would not like to enter based off of my own reasons. Your psychology, how to manage it, FOMO, tilt, anxiety, greed, self-doubt. FOMO, I did that in front of y'all. I said that I'm a little bit late, but I need to apply my entry based on what I'm seeing now. If I still agree with the downtrend, I got to get in on the next leg. And that's exactly what I did. I use a hard stop because I do have a little anxiety. So my hard stop, I'll show y'all right now. So my hard stop, ideally, it's way up here because it was based off of my initial entry if I got in at the right time. And I know that I can have another stop loss just right above here, like, a little bit lower. But because of anxiety, I just, I need to have a little bit more season with my trading. I'm going to just keep it where it's at along with my entry. Just my own, my own reasons. I just don't want to take anything super quick. As I get better, I'll be able to be a little bit more tighter with my entries and exits, but this is just my own comfort level. And as y'all can see, it's still following along with my plan. I have at least a 2-to-1, 2-hour trade. I'm a little bit late, but as long as I can still get 2 hour out of the trade, I'm fine. 4-hour lines up. And yeah, this is how I swing trade. I can't tell y'all what to do, but this is how I do it. I hope you took a lot of information out of this video. I do the same across the board, as you can see at the bottom screen. I do it with stocks. I like the UK 100. I was paying attention to this, but you see these horizontal lines. It just hit resistance numerous times, and it's rejecting from it right now. And so there was a nice little up wave right here that you could have gotten in on the 20th, but it looks like price rejected that, and I would not have taken that anyways because we were near some significant highs. My rule is that if we break out and the pullback entry is below the low of the significant swing high, I'm not going to take the trade. If we broke out and the pullback was above it, then I would have took the trade, but it was below it. Now, yes, we could still continue on up, but for me, I skipped this trade. I didn't even see it, but I would have skipped it anyways. And as you can see, stop loss would have been down here. I would have to respect it. It would have been hit, and I would be out with 1 hour loss. So, you got to respect your plan at the end of the day. Not everything that lines up is ideal. You got to have rules. I like GU, but like I said, it might manipulate before it actually goes. It could just drop straight down from here, but I have a thing about wave sizes, and if the preceding wave size is not strong enough, I don't want to take it. So this was 48 pips right there, and price pulled back, had a huge stop loss of like 44 pips. So that was almost the same size. That's what I call a whipsaw. And whenever I see this, I'm concerned. I need to see stronger thrust down before I'm hopping on board. And that's why on the Forex screener, you saw that GBP USD was in a sell, but not a strong sell. Because, there's traders like me that are actually looking at the technicals for real. And they're like, it's not strong sell, but it is still going down. So I would definitely not buy it from here. But at the same time, if there's something better to trade, I go with the highest quality setup and the highest probability of making me money, and that would be AUDUSD. Maybe this month Australian dollar is weaker than GBP, and the US dollar clearly right now is stronger. So therefore, the AUDUSD is going to have a stronger reaction to the technicals. As you can see, everything I'm speaking is straight facts. I'm talking the way I talk. This one right here, I could actually now officially bring this right here, for example, and my stop loss is going to be 19.3 pips. So 26.7, around the same area, but as you can see now, I was able to get my entry a little bit sooner, and then I can expand my target. I would like it could even go down more, and I have ways to extend my trades targets, but it's looking better. As I spoke, I was able to expand my targets a little bit, make my trade better. Risking 27 pips for 60. So it's about 2.5 R. And any moment, probably into the German Open, we're going to see price. More than likely, it's going to come down, trigger my entry, and we'll follow through. I'm going to update y'all. I need to post this on my TradingView and get ready for my day trading session, which begins in about 40 minutes. So thank you for tuning in, and hopefully I deliver some quality content. Very transparent with everything I do. I showed y'all from the origins of the trade that came from a thought, and I manifested it in front of you onto the charts. Now you see the order. It is on my account, and if this does play out, you can see from step 1 to step 7 or whatever that I got in the trade that I said I was going to trade. Hopefully this brings some transparency to you. If you're a prospective speculator and you're interested in my private coaching, hopefully this interests you. If it does, shoot me a message. Let me know that you're interested, and we can talk more about our program and what I have to offer for you. I like to coach, I like to teach people, I like to train people. It's just something that everyone has their own hobby, something I like to do. No, like, of course, there's a cost to it, but it's just what I like to do. So it's my service. It's like, everyone has their own little niche side hobby. I like to coach on the side. So yeah, that's it. If y'all need some questions, leave it in the comments below. Have a safe trading week. Peace.